seconds. The system approves infiltration and data harvest. High-value criminal elements control the entire block between Figueroa and Lincoln. Multiple suspects in the stacks. Infiltrate and harvest. I will guide you in. Serve and protect. And the system will set you free. Once you're inside, apprehend and pursue all suspects. The system requires you monitor all fellow officers for deviation. It is your sworn duty to report any agitation, any disobedience, any emotion. The system is always watching.
Fresh meat. Welcome to the grinder. You think you're brave? Law-abiding citizens, we have guests. 10 foes out for the first slug to bring me to head. If you want to live through the night, stay the fuck out of our way.
That's the first data drive. Marked.
Running a bypass.
Stealth wall. Deployed.
Suspect inside is jamming our system access. Breach and clear the apartment. Weapons hot.
Hands up!
Let me see her!
No hesitation.
Please help!
So get down!
What did they promise you? Freedom? Family?
There are 2 more data cubes on this block.
The system knows. You're one of us.
Not going to!
Cover me!
Prosecute. With extreme prejudice.
Fuck you, pig!
Consciousness transfer approved.
No, 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 no! Please, I just need to get up to 460.
Alameda PD is tracking multiple gang units converging on your position. Floor 80 and above are locked down. Data cubes will access the system mainframe. Wipe the drive and reboot the block.
Useless bastards! You let the pigs check into my shit! I skin the liar! Now swallow the
towards you from southwest. Over. Roger. Everything's ready. Oh my God! Hello?
confirmed what had been floating around in rumors for a while now. The next Ghost Recon game is in development, it's codenamed Project Over, and for the first time in the series, it's going fully first person. That's not speculation anymore, this is official, confirmed directly by Ubisoft leadership in their recent financial meeting, and it's launching in 2026. Now this is a big deal. Ghost Recon hasn't really had a strong, clear direction in years. Wildlands had its fans, Breakpoint stumbled hard, and since then, there's been this feeling that the franchise wasn't sure what it wanted to be. Project Over looks like it might finally change that, and it's doing so by stepping into a space that's already highly competitive. First-person, tactical military shooters, but with its own angle. It's set during a fictional conflict called the Naiman War. We're talking full-scale regional crisis, a war-torn part of the world that's messy, morally complex, and politically charged. You play as an elite ghost unit dropped into this environment with one core goal: infiltrate, gather intel, and survive long enough to uncover a hidden traitor. Going first person wasn't just a visual decision, it completely shifts how the game plays. It makes the stealth feel tighter, the action more direct, and the pressure more intense. You're not commanding a squad from behind a shoulder cam anymore, you're in the boots seeing what they see. Every flashlight in the dark, every shot you take, every breath you hold while watching a patrol walk by, it's all more personal now. And what's interesting is how much inspiration Ubisoft is reportedly pulling from outside its own catalog. Internally, the devs have been studying games like Ready or Not, Modern Warfare 2019, and Squad, games that treat gunfights like tactical puzzles, not just arcade reflex tests. So don't expect Ghost Recon to go full run and gun here. Combat is supposed to feel heavy, recoil matters, sound design matters, flashlights blind you, smoke actually conceals, ammo is not unlimited, and when you screw up you'll feel it. There's a really ambitious all-out war Battlefield-inspired game coming our way and barely anyone knows about it. It's a game I've been following for a long time now, even though there's not much about it, but there's plenty of reasons we can be excited for this special project. They really want this one to feel like a big all-out Battlefield and planet-side experience where there's a war happening everywhere at all times. You might recall Bulkhead from Battalion 1944. They're back bigger, and this time they want to go head-to-head with Battlefield. The game is called WARDOGS, and while details are still emerging, what we know so far paints a picture of real ambition, combined with just enough caution to make this one worth following seriously. Think 100-player large-scale warfare spread across land, air, and sea, with base building, destructible environments, and artillery support. They want Battlefield-scale play, tactical objectives that matter and evolve in real time, all in a single mode. Their site frames it as an all-out warfare experience, 3 teams warring across ground, naval, and aerial domains, where every soldier, tank, or jet choice can tip the tide. The hiring of modders familiar with objective-based maps suggests these won't be thin layers over replicated code. They'll be systems built to last.
무엇 때문에 분노하는가? 당신의 분노는 스스로 결정한 것인가? 누군가 당신의 분노를 이용한다.
Escape from Tarkov has always been one of those rare games that blurs the line between simulation and survival. It's not a game that holds your hand. It punishes mistakes, rewards patience, and thrives on realism. For nearly a decade, it's lived in a kind of perpetual beta state, constantly evolving with every wipe and update. But now, that long journey is reaching a turning point. Tarkov 1.0 is officially on the horizon, and with it comes the campaign mode, the Scav Life DLC console versions, and a long list of gameplay improvements that finally make Tarkov feel like a finished, fully realized game. Over the past few weeks, Battlestate Games has started opening up more about what's in store for the 1.0 launch, and there's a lot to unpack. The story campaign, something fans have been waiting for since Tarkov was first announced, is shaping up to be far more ambitious than expected. In a Q&A at Tokyo Game Show, Nikita Bianov, the head of Battlestate Games, explained that the campaign will feature multiple branching paths and 4 different endings, with one particularly difficult ending only achievable by about 20% of players. The idea is that your choices, alliances, and how you approach missions will shape the fate of your character and the world around you. Players will take on missions spread across Tarkov's various zones, both familiar maps and some entirely new locations, completing objectives that range from infiltration and sabotage to escorting and information gathering. NPCs are at the heart of this campaign, with dialogue options and branching missions that change based on player behavior. You might find yourself negotiating with factions, making uneasy alliances, or choosing between personal gain and long-term survival. It's still the same tense Tarkov gameplay, but with added purpose. The developers have made it clear they don't want the campaign to feel like a completely different game. Instead, it builds on the systems that already make Tarkov unique. That means gunfights remain tactical and unforgiving, resource management still matters, and stealth or decision-making can be just as important as accuracy in a firefight. One of the more intriguing details Boyanov shared is that Tarkov 1.0 will introduce 2 character types, a seasonal wipe-based PMC similar to the one players use now, and a permanent character that progresses continuously and ties more closely to the campaign narrative. It's an approach that could satisfy both hardcore Tarkov veterans and new players looking for something more structured. Then there's the Scav Life DLC, arguably one of the most interesting expansions Battlestate has ever announced. It's designed to give players an entirely different perspective on Tarkov through the eyes of the scavengers who inhabit it. The Scavs have always been an unpredictable part of the game, desperate survivors, traders, and opportunists who play by their own rules. In this DLC, you'll live as one of them. You'll explore the underbelly of Tarkov from a civilian point of view, working odd jobs, scavenging, trading, and interacting with the factions that control the city's economy.
Shots fired! Shots fired! fuck is Oscar?
Thou shalt not kill. So the priests tell us. So the Lord commands. But ambitious men do not listen. I sought no war. But war found me. I became like them. I took up the sword, prayed I could win redemption through my deeds. But some paths, once taken, have only one ending. I shall find no peace. On this road, there is only death. But that's just my story. Go write your own.
Let me tell you the true story of a medic during the Pacific War. My story. Everything started at Pearl Harbor. It all seemed peaceful until the war started that day for me and everyone in my company. And so did my new life. I saw things that day that would change everything I thought I knew about mankind. From that moment, I followed my comrades to witness the fall of the Philippines and participated in Operation Watchtower, the Battle of Guadalcanal. I was but an aspiring medic at the start of the Pacific War, but the horror of war meant it didn't matter. My brothers in arms needed me, and I had to quickly find out how to properly do my job. I wasn't ready. One of the first lessons I learned was to treat the critically wounded first. Heavy bleeding, tears, burns, and even amputated limbs were the daily things I saw. My old life was over, and every moment became a dilemma. Comrades lying on the ground with different wounds. I couldn't save everyone. I had to make dreadful choices about who should be treated first and saved. But that was only the beginning. Time was of the essence as they were bleeding out. Depending on their wounds, I learned to slowly drag them when they were bleeding a lot, and to carry them on my shoulder to quickly get them to medical outposts. This was also where I got most of my supplies. I didn't always get everything, so I made do with what I had, or checked other outposts. Bandages, tourniquets, gauze, those were easy to find. But boy, morphine and plasma, they were lacking. But if healing the wounded had been the only thing I had to worry about, it would have been too easy. Dangers surrounded me at every given moment. I was under fire from bullets, bombs dropping on the battlefield, or I needed to slip through enemy lines, under their watchful eyes. Losing sight of any of that would have meant that my brothers in arms and I would die. That's why I became a medic.
Do you hear it? The whisper in the dark.
Recloning process complete.
The storm on the horizon.
Contact with atmosphere in 3, 2, 1.
The trailer. The floor of the creek.
Stand by for insertion.
They underestimate us at their peril. For we will rise again.
불현듯 나타난 놈들에게 인류는 멸망했지. 우리의 거대한 방벽은 무너졌고 생존자들은 뿔뿔이 흩어졌어. 놈들은 언제 어디서든 우리의 목숨을 노렸고 뜬 눈으로 매일 밤을 지새울 수밖에 없었지. 살기 위해 서로를 죽이는 절망이 펼쳐졌어. 그렇지만 아직 희망이 있어. 쉘터 안에 인류를 구원할 수 있는 마지막 키가 남아있으니까. 무너진 도시에서 키를 찾고 탈출해. 이제 우리의 세상을 되찾게 될 거야.